In this episode, we will see about the process wastewater treatment. Important terminologies or main terminologies used in wastewater treatment plant. Activated sludge. The solids formed when microorganisms are used to treat wastewater using the activated sludge treatment process. It includes organisms, accumulated food materials, and waste products from the aerobic decomposition process. Aeration. The process of bubbling air through a solution through distribution nozzles to maintain the dissolved oxygen, that is called aeration. Aerobic conditions. Aerobic condition in which free elemental oxygen is present, also used to describe organisms, biological activity or treatment processes that require free oxygen to increase DO, to remove odor and to decompose organic matter. Normally the aerobic process are preferred, in which the aeration is given in the aeration tank, which increase DO. We have to maintain DO around 2 to 5, which will help to decompose the organic matter as well as to remove the odor. The anaerobic condition in which no oxygen or free oxygen or combined oxygen is available in the absence of oxygen. Also used to describe organisms, biological activities or treatment processes that function in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic process. Biochemical oxygen demand or biological oxygen demand BOD. The oxygen used in meeting the metabolic needs of aerobic microorganisms in water rich in organic matter, normally mentioned as BOD 5, because it will take 5 days to test the BOD value. Chemical oxygen demand or COD, the amount of chemically oxidizable material present in the wastewater is called chemical oxygen demand. Food to microorganism ratio, F/M ratio. An activated sludge process control calculation based upon the amount of food, that is BOD or COD, available per pound of mixed liquor volatile suspended solid, that is called F/M ratio. Mean salt residential time, MCRT. The average length of time mixed liquor suspended solid particle remains in the activated sludge process. This may also known as sludge retention time. That is the mixed liquor or suspended solid which is present in the activated sludge which is processed in the clarifier is called MCRT. Mixed liquor volatile suspended solids. The concentration of the organic matter in the mixed liquor suspended solids. That is the organic matter present in the mixed liquor suspended solids is called MLVSS. Nitrogenous oxygen demand NOD. This is a measure of the amount of oxygen required to biologically oxidize nitrogen compounds under specified condition of time and temperature. And nutrients like nitrogen compounds are used for the biological growth. This NOG is required. Return activated sludge solids RASS. The concentration of suspended solids in the sludge flow being returned from the settling tank to the head of the aeration tank. This is the concentration of suspended solids in the sludge recycled to the aeration tank. Settled sludge volume SSV. The volume in percentage occupied by an activated sludge sample after 30 or 60 minutes of settling. Normally written as SSV with a subscript to indicate the time of the reading used for calculation. SSV 60 or SSV 30. That is the activated sludge or sample collected from clarifier. It will be collected in 2 liter or 2.5 liter measuring jar, measuring jar, and it will be allowed to settle for 30 minutes or 60 minutes. And the sludge settled in the measuring jar will be measured, and that is called, if it is 60 minutes means SSV 60, if it is 30 minutes means SSV 30. Sludge. The mixture of the settleable solids and water removed from the bottom of the settling tank. Normally sludge is formed, activated sludge is formed by using aeration to increase the DO and also chemicals are added to form the activated sludge in the wastewater aeration tank. Sludge retention time (SRT). This refers to the mean cell residence time. Sludge volume index is a process control calculation used to evaluate the settling quantity of the activated sludge. Against the SSV30 and X liquor suspended solids test result to calculate. That is, as I mentioned earlier, the sample will be clarifier sample will be collected in a measuring jar, 2 liters jar, and you will see the settling of the sludge. Activated sludge settling in 30 minutes or 60 minutes will be calculated. Based on the activated sludge settling or growth of the activated sludge, you have to adjust the treatment of the wastewater. Suitability. A process control test used to evaluate the settling characteristics of the activated sludge. Reading taken at 30 or 60 minutes are used to calculate the settled sludge volume and the sludge volume index. Same one, the sludge initial time, suitability. How a process is calculated is called suitability, and that will play a vital role based on the activated sludge. If it is more, we have to recycle it back, and it is less, we have to produce more. For that, we have to adjust the DO and we have to adjust the volume ratio also, so that the activated sludge volume will be maintained. Total suspended solids. The total suspended solids in water, including organic and inorganic solids that are suspended in water, also include silt, plankton, and industrial waste. This plays a vital role in the impurities of the wastewater. Volatile organic compound. Any organic compound that participate in atmosphere photochemical reaction. That is, it is a chemical. It can both vaporize into air and dissolve in water. That is called volatile organic compound. Phase activated sludge solids. As this is the concentration of suspended solids in the sludge being removed from the activated sludge process. That is, whenever the activated sludge growth is more or the sludge volume increases, we have to waste some or we have to remove some activated sludge. That is called reverse. Now we can see the wastewater fundamentals. The main impurities present in wastewater which can impact or affect the wastewater quality have the following three properties. One is physical property, then chemical property, and biological properties. All these three properties will affect the wastewater quality. Based on this, we have to give our treatment. We have to treat our wastewater. Physical properties normally it depends on solids, turbidity, color, odor, and temperature. Solids are either suspended or dissolved, whether it may be in organic or inorganic, and this will cause the turbidity, color, and odor. All these solids which will give turbidity, odor, and color because of the solids, whether it is suspended or dissolved. And another property is temperature. If the water is cooler, the reactions are slower. The slower the reaction. And if the water is hotter, little bit hotter, then the chemical reactions are faster. Also, the biological growth will be more. However, if the water is too hot, more than 75-80 degrees, then wrong kind of bugs will grow, and efficiency of wastewater treatment will be reduced. Until the treatment stops, the water will become black. So we have to stop the plant and have to treat the water. Chemical properties: dissolved solids, alkalinity, metals, organics, and inorganics. That depends on that gives chemical properties. Metals in the effluent, especially the heavy metals such as cadmium, lead, zinc, and mercury, which are highly poisonous and toxic. That is toxic to aquatic life as well as to humans. Organics impurities affect the dissolved oxygen in the wastewater, thereby impact biological oxygen demand. So the organic matter present in the water will reduce the BOD, will increase the BOD, and it will reduce the dissolved oxygen and chemical oxygen demand also. Inorganic substances like ammonia and sodium sulfate will affect the pH of the water and changes the nutrients, nitrogen or phosphorus, which are used as nutrients. These levels for the biomass and create more problems. So the chemical The inorganic chemicals like ammonia and sodium sulfate will affect the nutrients present in the wastewater, which in turn affect the biomass or the creation of biomass, and that will give further problem to the wastewater. Third type of impurities is biological impurities, which are bacteria, protozoa, coliform, and viruses. It's normally present in the wastewater. Coliform from the sanitary waste. Viruses, protozoa, bacteria will grow in the wastewater. Dissolved oxygen in the free oxygen available in water is required. Waste treatment process or aerobic, that is, aeration is done to maintain the DO around 2 to 5 and oxygen dependent biological process, that is called aerobic process, and the biomass or the bugs need oxygen to thrive, and we require the dissolved oxygen to grow biological mass to decompose the organic matter, thereby we are treating our wastewater. Biochemical oxygen demand BOD is a quantity of dissolved oxygen required to partially stabilize the decomposable organic matter in a waste stream by chemical and biological actions. As the wastewater treatment plant influent is high in BOD, it is to be treated with aerobic process and chemical addition to reduce biochemical oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, total suspended solids, total solids, microorganisms, and toxic metals free water before letting it out to sea or using for gardening or for further usage after ultrafiltration and nanofiltration. That is, the BOD and COD will be very high along with TSS, TDS, and microorganism. So we have to reduce it with the aeration or aerobic process plus chemical addition at like TSP, flocculant and coagulant, also nutrients to increase the biological growth or biomass growth to treat the wastewater. Hope you might understand the wastewater fundamentals and important terminology. The next episode I will explain about the wastewater treatment process in brief. Do not forget to subscribe and share it with your colleagues and friends. Put your like and comments in the comment box. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode.